gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 25. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Got a man. It's Miller. At the 35, he's got room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Level is relentless here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown tie. 1st score of the game goes up.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Notre Dame 0.
The Irish time to think about it. They'll open the quarter going for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
He makes a catch. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Finds a tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Love. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Release to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Snagged in the middle, it's Horton. Bounced off his feet. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Notre Dame.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. To the air, it's Carr. Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. One more snap coming before halftime. Pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, Notre Dame 0.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off off the play fake on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adam. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're going to run it. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Right back to the well. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Got some room to run. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Bauman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 21.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Motion from the wide receiver. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. The play-action fake. Lets it fly. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is through, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. adjustments here. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle with Young. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass. Buying some time. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Here's a throw downfield late. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
To the air, it's Simpson. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ready to get moving. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes! They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.